This is Kathy Marshall, VP of Customer Experience and Training again. Now today what we want to do is show you how to use the mobile app for Nearby Now. This is for all of you that are out there, you're busy, you're mobile, you're traveling, you're going back and forth, you're seeing customers and you're just in and out. You're not really sitting at a desk very much, okay? So you've downloaded, you've already accepted your invite, you've already got the app on your phone. Now we're going to get into what do we do, okay? It's really, really simple. I call it the 3-minute rule, all right? And so looking at the mobile app, again, we've got the Apple phone on the left, we have the Android on the right, and whenever you're ready to use the actual app, you'll have to just press the icon, right? That's simple. And you remember seeing this screen when you first logged in. So what's really cool about this application is wherever you're located is where it's going to pull you. It's going to actually spot you at that location, okay? And then you'll notice there's this little highlighted box on both phones, okay? This is the check-in. This is sort of like describe what you're working on. This is very similar to Facebook. Like if you're at a resort and you're going to check in with your family and do the selfie picture, no different really, except it's not Facebook. This is your Nearby Now app, okay? And so what you're going to do, what goes in this box is the first secret sauce, or what we call SEO juice. And so I want you to really get good at this box. If you do anything good, I want this to be your top dog, best thing that you do is learn how to do good check-ins, okay? So what is a check-in? What does it mean? Why is it so important? Okay, so we're going to actually go to a different form. So now we're just talking about this little bitty box right here on both phones, and this is that very first thing you do. And so where this comes in is probably you have, you've arrived at your customer's home. You're getting ready to get your tools out. You're sitting in the truck. You're drinking that last bit of coffee, and then you're going to type in either with your thumbs or you're going to just use your voice because Siri's going to pick you up or Google Play, and you're going to tell us what you're doing, okay? So the elements of a good check-in, let me give you some examples. Working on new AC installation for a Amana rebated unit for a great family in Baltimore in the Inner Harbor area. So the elements of a good check-in is kind of like the verb, like working on, estimating, starting. The service, those are your services that y'all provide. AC installation, AC repair, AC maintenance, indoor air quality, radiant floors, plumbing, heating, heat pump, ductless, install, maintenance, repair, and then the type of unit. What brand are you guys utilizing? What type of client is it? Is it a place of business? Is it a family? And then where? Now, the where part is really important. A lot of people leave off the city because they think the app is going to do that part, but this is what's going on your web page. And that's why it's really important for you to type in the city or to speak your city, okay? And then if there's a geographic important area, for example, in the Dallas area, Dallas, Texas, there's something called DFW Metroplex, okay? And you can see some other examples. Sterling in the Cascades neighborhood. Let me ask you this. In what cities are there neighborhoods that you would love to be the provider, the sole provider for all of the people, for all the residents that live in that neighborhood? So there's certain neighborhoods that's your sweet spot, right? So do you think those people, do you just think maybe those people could be typing into Google their neighborhood saying Sterling Cascades neighborhood best HVAC provider? Absolutely. The answer is yes. Okay. So really important about this part, which is the check-in, and it could apply to any company. I'm giving HVAC examples, but it could be for speaking engagements. It could be networking meetings where you're meeting with some other company owners like yourself and you're checking in, all of these things apply. So having said this, be very literal and tell us exactly what you're doing, and you can't mess up. And just remember the different elements of a check-in. It doesn't matter really what type of check-in it is, but just including all the right elements, because this is what's going to go out on your web page. And because your web page has some of these elements, this is considered continuous content that keeps getting added to those pages, which is why these city pages become so powerful. Okay, so don't miss, don't miss the simple things. This is super, super important. Okay, so now that we've harped on what a check-in is, I think we've got that down really well. Now you'll notice that there's a little camera and there's a video camera right below here. You'll also notice up here in this box that you can have 500 characters. Okay, so just things to kind of note. So after you've added this area in the box, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to press either the camera or the video on either phone. From there, if you've tapped the first icon, which was the phone, you can either take a new photo or you can choose from the library. Now, in the sequence of things, you can have your check-in if you are an HVAC service provider and you have arrived at the home. You could probably have your check-in done before you actually start the service. You could probably then put the phone in your pocket and then go finish your service and then take a photo of your end result. And this could be the unit with the beautiful home in the background. Heck, it could even be a selfie picture of you and the family and the unit in the back. Everybody's happy and smiling. Okay. You could also have some selected photos from your library on your phone. And so if you don't want to have to think about it and worry with a picture, you could just do that, or you can do no picture. It's only up to you. But just keep in mind that these pictures are new content for Google on your landing pages. They also will be part of new content that's being added to those city pages on a regular basis. So from there, you can also decide if you want to do a video or not. The way you do the videos is just press the red button. It's a clip. It'll record. You could take your thumb off and then you could press again and actually have several clips. Okay? So from there, and once you're done, you can actually load the video or the picture. You're going to have your check-in in place, and after those two elements are done, then you're going to just click the little check-in kind of locator, which will actually send your check-in. So from there, you've taken your picture, you've done your check-in, everything's gone in, and you're going to finish the job, get the paperwork, do whatever you got to do to finish up with the client, answer questions. You're sitting there. It's Miss Jones. Heck, she's your retired school teacher, and she keeps asking for you because she helped raise you. Or it may be a new client that found you on Google. Whatever it is, check the pulse of your client. Are they smiling? Are they happy? Do you feel like you answered all their questions? And if they're shouting your praises, then by all means, you're going to send them the survey. And so the way you do that is just click the send the survey. Before you leave the home, you want to tell Miss Jones, Miss Jones, thank you so much for choosing our company over and over again, and you keep asking for me, and I'm so honored to be servicing and helping you. But I'm going to ask you for two favors today, Miss Jones. One is going to be asking for you to fill out a short little survey, a review on our services on Google. And a second one is going to be able to allow you to send your feedback to our website. And I can't begin to tell you how important that is for my company and for me as an employee. If you take that time, I'd really appreciate you. Boom. Done. Asking for those reviews is everything. Sure, you can skip over those and maybe people will click on that and maybe send a review for you, but when you ask them and tell them how important it is to you and your company, then it's a win-win for everybody. Now, if you finished your check-in and you've got a client that's been busy the whole time, they keep being on their phone, not very communicative, maybe have the arms across the chest and not smiling, just not talking, and you're just not feeling them, pass. There's plenty of room at the top. You can always swing back around a month later, check in with them, maybe on a day where they're not so stressed, or maybe just didn't wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Bypass that person and just send them just have the check-in for them. If you follow those simple rules, you're not going to mess up. And if you do by chance get that rare survey that maybe doesn't come back super positive, one of the biggest things that I can tell you is respond and communicate, because a lot of people are looking at your company not by all the good reviews you get, but how you respond to the bad ones and how do you handle real life situations. That's a big deal for consumers all across the board. So from there, guys, after you've decided whether or not you're going to send that survey, the way you send that is really simple. It's either going to be by email or by cell phone, by text. If it's a busy person, another company owner, it's a doctor and they're running around like crazy, send them a text message by all means. If it's somebody retired and they're home most of the time and they're going to be at a desktop and you know that they work from home or something, then by all means send them an email. So from there, guys, after you're done, you're going to send your survey, and when you're done, you're just going to click X and you have completed a mobile check-in for Nearby Now. Guys, thanks for listening. Now stay tuned because we're going to train you also on a desktop version.